Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work, health, and strength is good. What? We're talking about Steam OS here. So Valve reached out to one of its competitors to try to get Steam OS on their devices. So Valve is expanding its horizon as far as Steam Deck is concerned. It says here, Steam Deck rival could get Steam OS optimization. Says here, GPD claims that Valve is looking to optimize Steam OS for hardware not found in the Steam Deck, improve the chances of other handheld gaming PC using the OS. Says here, the Steam Deck naturally stands out in the handheld gaming PC market by virtue of it being manufactured by Valve. But Steam OS also gives it a unique identity against other portable powerhouses too. However, we could see other devices from competitors adopt the operating system in the near future, complete with optimization from its creator. It says here, GPD manufacturer of the Steam Deck rivals such as the WinMax 2 claimed that Valve reached out earlier this year to gauge whether the company had any interest in using Steam OS instead of Windows. Remember, Windows and Linux are competitors, so Valve is trying to increase their network, their market share, their landscape as far as Steam OS is concerned. It says here, on its latest handheld device via video cards, while GPD has agreed to this cooperation, it highlights that it might take half a year before we see any signs of the operating system in its portable PC. This is because Valve needs to optimize Steam OS for AMD Ryzen 600Us found in WinMax 2, as the operating system has thus far largely been designed with the Steam Deck APU in mind. Also hopes to promote its handheld system on the storefront, which could be possible once they're devoid of Windows 11, and could lead to another manufacturer device finding their way there too. And optimizing Steam OS for other APU now could give Valve some practice ahead of its plans to launch the Steam Deck 2, which could feature a considerably more powerful Ryzen 7000 processor featuring improved integrated graphics. So, Valve is trying to, with Steam OS trying to expand their horizon and their network and their landscape. As far as Steam OS is concerned, any Ryzen 600, any manufacturer that's using the 6800U, Valve is trying to reach out to them so more people can use Steam OS. You notice in the article it brought up Windows because Windows and Linux are competitors, and Windows is the market share lead, leads the OS market. So Valve is trying to expand their horizon, and probably gain some more traction when it comes to Steam OS. And any competitor that's used with a Ryzen that's using AMD CPUs or GPUs, Valve is reaching out to them, so the Steam OS, Steam OS can grow, user base wise. So that's all Valve is just doing. So they're trying to get the Steam OS into more people's hands. So they're putting the groundwork in, so to speak, versus keeping Steam OS to themselves. They're just trying to get it out there to anybody. But Windows users are going to be Windows users when it's all said and done. you know, die-hard Windows fans are going to be die-hard Windows fans, and you know what I mean. It doesn't mean that they're not going to use they're not going to use the Steam Deck. They are, but as far as like operating system goes, Windows users are going to be Windows users. So this is just Valve just expanding their horizon. As far as the Steam Deck is concerned, the Steam Deck brought some traction to the Linux user base, and now they're trying to get Steam OS. You know, because look, they went to GPD with the proposition. You know, they didn't want to keep Steam OS to themselves, so I guess they were thinking any handheld device that's using AMD's AMD GPUs or APUs. You know, why not let them use Steam OS? So they're doing the same thing that Phil Spencer and the entire Microsoft team, Xbox team, is doing with Game Pass and xCloud. So they're trying to expand. So Gabe Newell is trying to expand their network and their infrastructure. You know, so any manufacturer that's using AMD, yeah, Valve is trying to get Steam OS on your device. So yeah, that means if that means if let's say Sony on their next generation PlayStation decide to go with AMD. Remember when Sony was using Linux, but then they got rid of Linux, and then they got rid of Linux because their network was hacked, right? Okay, so let's say PlayStation now is using AMD in their next console, right? Not the PlayStation 5 Pro, but say PlayStation 6. Let's say with PlayStation 6, Sony decide to go with AMD. That means Valve and Sony now can mend fences and, you know, become friends again, so to speak, and then that might lead to, like, say Sony buying Valve, because Sony got money. Make no mistake about it. But I'm just giving you a scenario. What if PlayStation bought Steam? What if PlayStation bought Steam? Just because Sony decided to use AMD, and then Valve is like, okay, they're trying to get Steam OS on any device they can find. So let's say Valve approaches Sony, then Sony in turn now can turn around and then buy Steam, and then use Steam to go up against Game Pass. You see what I'm saying? So anything is possible when it comes to this whole situation. So by Gabe Newell doing this, remember what I just said. You know, they're going out to people, to manufacturers that's using AMD Ryzen was it 6800Us, right? Any AMD Ryzen CPUs. So let's say PlayStation. I'm just using PlayStation. Remember, PlayStation used Linux before. But let's say PlayStation now decide to go with AMD. Then here comes Valve now approaching Sony about bringing Steam OS to PlayStation. And then Sony in turns around and then buys Valve. It could happen. And then now Sony got a stronger storefront they can use to go up against Game Pass. Anything's possible. I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video for y'all to enjoy with this article. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Borg, Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.